Hey guys, I'm coming at you with a video about the power model. This is the last video for chapter 3 to help you guys study for the exam. In this video, I'm hoping that you'll be able to recognize a power model. I hope you can write an equation, and by the end, I hope you feel more comfortable with your calculator. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and put those data points into our calculator. So go ahead and push pause, enter those numbers. And what we're going to try to do first is look at a problem, and you might think, okay, well, I don't know what type of equation I use. I have 3 to pick from. I have the linear, the exponential, and now I have the power. Obviously, it's power because that's what this video is called, but let's pretend you didn't know that. So let's see, how are these numbers getting bigger? These numbers are getting bigger fast. So I'm definitely not adding something to get to the next number because they're getting bigger very quickly. So I'm going to do 4.2 divided by 2.1. And let's see what happens there. So when I do that, I see to get to the next number, I multiplied by 2. And I'm going to do it again. And I've done all of them to save a little time for us. And you can see here that it looks like the x is growing by a factor of times 2. So this is definitely growing exponentially. Let's look at this one. So if I do 9.1 divided by 3, that's 3.03. And if I keep going, I can see that it's growing by a factor of about 3 multiplied by 3. So we can definitely see that the x is growing exponentially and so is the y. And so that's making me lead to think that this is a power model. Another thing you can do is you can look at the different scatter plots. So if you want to practice this, you're going to want to put all your different lists in your calculator. I put list 1 was x. List 2 was y, list 3 was log of x, and list 4 was log of y. And I just typed in all the different combinations on the scatter plot. And so this is the scatter plot of x and y, x log y, log x log y. And we can see out of the 3 scatter plots, this is the one that's linear. This one's not, and this one's kind of curving upwards. So this is the best one. So this is the model we want to choose to write an equation for. So we believe that log x and log y is linear. So I'm going to take those two and I'm going to write a least squares regression line using log x and log y. All right. So this is what we had in our calculator, and this was the original data. So let me just show you how to do that. In case you don't know how, you're going to go to your list, and you're going to go to list 3, and you're going to type log of x, but x is inside list 1. So there's log of x. Then I'm going to do the same thing, but now I'm going to do log of y, but y is in list 2. So now we have what this says. List 1 is x, list 2 is y, list 3 is log x, and list 4 is log y. Now if we want an equation to this line, a least squares regression line, knowing that log x log y will give us the line, we want to go back to our home screen and we want to do stat calc 8. And the calculator needs to know what list you want to apply it to. So we wanted to apply it to log x and log y, which is located in list 3 and list 4. And when you do that, it's going to give you your intercept, your slope, and the correlation. So just for your notes, the way I did that is I did stat, no comma, sorry, stat, calc, 8, and when the linear regression came on the home screen, I chose list 3 and list 4. Okay, so like we said, log x and log y is going to create a linear model. So we used to say y equals a plus bx, But now we're using the log of y and the log of x. So we're going to solve this equation. So we're going to use the a and the b we got from our calculator to solve that equation. So let me rewrite it. Log of y hat equals a plus b log of x. So let's plug in our slope and our intercept. All right, and when you have a number in front of a logarithmic function, you can rewrite that as an exponent. So I'm going to do that. All right, and just like before, this is base 10. So I'm going to write 10 to this power is y hat. So we can break this up by two separate equations base 10, not equations, two separate numbers base 10. And you can plug that into your calculator. And this is just going to leave you with this. And there's your equation. So this equation is called the power model. So this is the equation that best models that original XY data. A power model will always be written in the form of ax to the b. So let's see if ours looks like that. A number, x to a power. So that works. So let's just make sure that we did it correctly by plugging in our scatter plot. So go back to your original scatter plot. So second y equals. So I have list 1 and list 2. That was our original data. And we're hoping the equation we wrote will best model that data. I'm sorry, that's an old equation. Sorry. All right. So here's our original data. So we're going to go to y equals, and we're going to type in the equation we just calculated, 0.9229 times x to the 1.6088. Once you type that all in, you're going to push zoom 9. And we have success. The power model went through most of our points, looking pretty good, so it means that we're probably going to make good predictions. So hopefully this video just wrapped up some last minute ideas that you had about, or misconceptions you had about power model. If you need any extra help, please come to one of my study sessions or visit me at Intervention. Good luck studying.